Hi, welcome back to Budget Compass. My name is Chase Hopkins, and I've got a question for you. Are you familiar with Albert Einstein, one of the smartest men in history? He might have been a scientist who created some of the most complex scientific formulas, but he also said what is now akin to a proverb of finance: where there's a will, there's a way. That's right, we're talking about wills and estate planning. What we're going to do in this video is go over where we are in the blueprint, discuss the difference between a will and a trust and explain both of them, then talk about next steps that you can take. Welcome to Floor 2, which is all about wills and estate planning. If you are under 18, just make sure your parents have a will, a designated guardian for you, and that you know who they're giving your power of attorney to. Then just head on to the next video. But if you're 18 or older, let's get you set up. First, what is a will? And are there any other options? Spoiler alert, there is. A will. A will is a legal document that outlines how a person wants their property, money, and personal belongings, also known as an estate, to be distributed after they pass away. The key points being asset distribution, who gets all your stuff, your money, personal items, investments, etc. Guardian, if you have a child, dependent, anyone like that, who takes care of them. An executor is basically someone who will make sure that your will is carried out and the things that you want given to people are given to. And finally, any money, things, items, whatever that you want to give to charity. There is also, however, a living trust, which is a legal document that allows you to place assets such as your home, bank account, or investments into a trust during your lifetimes with instructions on how they should be distributed while you're alive and when you're dead. Here's how it works. You, the grantor or settler, create the trust and transfer ownership of assets into it. You can be the trustee while you're alive. The trustee is the person who controls what goes where in this trust. And you appoint a successor to trustee to take over if you become incapacitated or, sadly, if you die. Beneficiaries are the people or organizations or charitable organizations you name to receive assets from your trusts in your unlikely demise. There is a great difference between a will and trust. Essentially, a will only works after you pass away, but a trust works while you're still alive. A will is basically only for when you're dead, and a living trust is for when you're alive. The main thing is that a will is usually cheaper. Now, why do you need a will? Well, it's pretty simple. Let's take a look right here. This woman died, sadly, and didn't have a will. Without that will, she didn't have powers of attorney or anything, and the money that she saved couldn't go to her family, and her insurance company wouldn't pay out. Instead, it went to the government, and her insurance company made money off of her without her family getting a dime. It's very sad. Wills aren't costly. Having a lawyer make you a will should only cost about $500 to set up, and a decent trust is somewhere between $1,500 and $3,000. Now, what steps can you do next? First, choose whether you want to have a will or a trust. Then, take an honest appraisal of what you have. Itemize everything, no matter how small. And then with the help of an attorney and two non-beneficiary witnesses, which are two witnesses who are not receiving anything from your will and or trust, witness you finalize this will so that it can be legally binding. Thank you for your attention. If you have any questions at all, contact us at chase.hopkins@outlook.com. Thank you.